My name is Daniel Walker, and I grew up in Oklahoma City, raised by a father who taught me that preparation is one of the most powerful tools a man can have in life. My father used to say, "When the storm comes, you don't build a shelter, you already have it built." At the time, I never fully understood what he meant. But as I became a man, married, had children, and later faced a divorce I never thought would happen, those words came back to me in the most unforgettable way. I met Emily Carter in college. She was from Dallas, Texas, and she had this bright, determined energy that drew me in. We fell in love quickly, maybe too quickly, but I believed in building a future together. Within 2 years, we were married. We had 2 beautiful kids, our son, Ethan, and our daughter, Lily. For a while, life seemed like a dream. We had the house, the family, and the laughter. But somewhere along the way, things began to crack. Emily started to grow restless. She wanted more out of life, or maybe just something different. She began comparing our life to what she saw on social media, to what her friends were doing. Meanwhile, I was working long hours to provide stability, thinking that being a reliable husband and father was enough. But the more I worked, the more distant we became. Eventually, she filed for divorce. The divorce process was brutal. Emily came into it convinced she was going to get everything: full custody of the kids, child support, and even the house. She hired an expensive lawyer and believed that because she was the mother, the court would side with her automatically. I can still remember the smirk she wore the first time we sat across from each other in the courtroom. To her, I was just the dad who provided the paycheck, not the father who had been there for every soccer game, every school play, every late-night fever, and every scraped knee. But what Emily didn't know was that I had taken my father's words to heart. I had built my shelter long before the storm hit. From the moment I realized our marriage was heading toward divorce, I began documenting everything. I kept a journal of every interaction, every time I picked up the kids, every doctor's appointment I attended, every school conference I went to. I saved text messages, emails, and even notes from teachers who saw how involved I was. I wasn't doing it to fight her, I was doing it to protect my relationship with my children. By the time we got to court, Emily was confident the judge would hand her everything. She painted me as a distant father, too focused on work to care about the kids. But when my lawyer stood up and began presenting evidence, the narrative shifted. We showed photos of me coaching Ethan's baseball team, videos of Lily sitting on my shoulders during the 4th of July parade, and school attendance records proving I was the one who dropped them off most mornings. Teachers wrote letters testifying to my involvement, and even our family doctor acknowledged how often I was present at appointments. The courtroom grew silent as piece by piece, the truth came out. Emily's confidence began to crack. I could see it in her eyes as she realized that her assumption, that the court would automatically side with her, was crumbling. The judge looked directly at me and said, "Mr. Walker, it's clear you have been an active and committed father. Your preparation speaks volumes about your priorities." In the end, the ruling was fair. Custody was split evenly, and the judge made it clear that both parents had equal responsibility and importance in the lives of the children. I wasn't out to beat Emily, and I didn't celebrate the outcome like a victory. What I felt instead was relief, that my children would not lose their father, and that all the effort I had put into being prepared had protected the bond one had with them. After court, I walked outside and took the deepest breath of my life. My father's words echoed again: "When the storm comes, you don't build a shelter, you already have it built." I finally understood. Preparation isn't just about defending yourself, it's about ensuring that when life tests you, you're standing on solid ground. To every man who might be facing something similar, whether it's divorce, custody battles, or life-throwing challenges your way, know this: preparation matters. Don't assume things will just work out. Don't think the truth will automatically reveal itself without effort. Document, stay involved, and protect what matters most. Today, my relationship with Ethan and Lily is stronger than ever. We spend weekends hiking, playing games, and just being together. They know their dad fought for them, not against their mom, but for them. And that makes all the difference. So, if you're a father, hear me clearly. Never underestimate the power of being prepared. The world may not expect you to show up ready, but when you do, it changes everything.